May Govanan, everyone. Welcome to a brand new Let's Play, or I guess I'll say at least semi-Let's Play, of a game that I just very, very recently had my eye on. Maybe within the last couple days is when I really started to take notice of this game. I've heard of it in some years past, maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago or whenever this, was kind of new. And it was kind of early access, right? As a Diablo clone, and I guess there were criticism about the game that kind of turned me off to it. But it wasn't until very recently, as I said, within the last couple days, that I started taking an interest. And then I saw this video. There was a trailer, a technical overview trailer talking about skills and the tree and stuff like that. But it was a trailer for it. And that piqued my interest, and I was already, considering getting it. And I saw another video where it talked about like the version, was it 1.0, getting out of early access update that is coming, and the improvements they made to it, and then that just pushed me over the edge. The talk about how they revamped or improved all the character animations and attacks and stuff like that. But everything up to that point, I was already, getting enthralled, by it. And then that part just kind of did it for me, and then the whole thing was just kind of like like gravy, and really I was already at the point where I wanted to get it anyways. It was this game, and the thing that kind of put me back into the ARPG mood was the coming of Path of Exiles 2. Or is it Exiles or Exile? Path of Exile. I think it's just Path of Exile. It's not plural, singular. Path of Exile 2. I played the first one. I didn't have the best experience with it. I thought it was okay, but from what I heard from someone who commented on, I think it was a post I put up, saying that I didn't play it long enough if I only got up to like level 12. So thank you for that, for letting me know that it gets harder and stuff. But from my experience with it, I found that it was kind of easy. I was just kind of breezing through everything, just kind of holding the attack button and decimating everything as I went along, and I got bored quickly. So that was my issue with it, and I just sort of stopped. I've always been a Diablo fan, I love Diablo 1 and then really love Diablo 2. But now I'm starting to see 1 in a different way, starting to like it a bit more. And then 3 was actually grew on me. It was fun. I had a good time with it. I really loved the journal keeping, record keeping, and the codex that they had when there's any kind of bestiary to it, and it's the journal and the bestiary were all spoken. You could hear it, a spoken dialogue when it's like kind of reading it to you, and you could follow along, or just close your eyes and listen to it like an audiobook. I'm really you have me sold when you have something like that. And but anyways, I felt like they fucked me with Diablo 4. I spent nearly $100 on it. I think it was like the whatever deluxe edition or ultimate, the one just before the highest edition that you can get, right? And then I upgraded it to get the one where I could play it 3 days early. I have it now uninstalled. It's been uninstalled for months now. I played Diablo 4, but it didn't hold my interest like Diablo 1 or 2 did, and even 3, but particularly the first 2. So I was kind of very disappointed, and I would say I was disappointed in it now ever since I saw this and Path of Exile 2, I'm even more disappointed in it. So damn you, Blizzard. Okay, but now here we have Last Epoch. There's no reason why I can't get this and Path of Exile 2 when that comes out, and I think it's free, and I think it's like some sort of expansion to the original game. It should be coming out, I think, sometime late Q4 of this year. Otherwise, it will be early 2025, something like that. Okay, and I really love how fluid the animations look like in Path of Exile 2. And here it looks like it's pretty fluid too, maybe not quite as fluid as Path of Exile 2, but this still looks very, very, very good. And I love all the multitude of classes you can have. There are subclasses within these classes. But before I begin, I have a couple of rants aside from the Blizzard thing, and that is American Idol. I'm sick and tired of those judges. You have Katy Perry, you have Lionel Richie, you have, I don't even know who he is. If he's a singer, I've never heard of him. I don't even believe if I never heard of him, I most likely never heard his music unless it was just in passing or it's like playing in the background somewhere in a store. He has a hick accent, so that's why I assume he's a country singer. You have some talent that comes in here, and the way they criticize the people. You have one guy, and he has his own style, how he sings, and I won't imitate him, but he kind of drags on a note like something like that, and continues singing. Then when he's all done, and he sang pretty good, I thought. And then Katy Perry makes this critique, and she says something like, and I'm gonna paraphrase, but she said something like, I don't know if you have this thing where you're and he makes like a funny face a little bit when he's singing, but that's just his style. I don't know if you're just trying to come up with your own signature or your own sound, but you do this long dragging of the note, something like that. Well, that's exactly what he was doing, Katy Perry. He's coming up with his own signature and his own sound. It's almost like they're trying to take away what makes you as a singer. And same problem with America's Got Talent. When they critique you like that, you get rid of their individuality of what makes them unique. And what I mean by that is, you have people like, let's just say if something like American Idol existed way back in the early 90s, we wouldn't have talent like, or even now, but luckily, she made it on her own. But, you wouldn't have talent like Dolores O'Riordan, the Cranberries, Björk. People have unique sound like that. The Murmurs, right? And someone from today's era would be like, Churches, Lauren Mayberry. Voices like that are unique, and they have their own kind of sound. And if a voice, say there was never any Cranberries, never any Björk or Churches, and those type of voice come onto that show and sang something, they wouldn't get a pass, because everyone nowadays, they want everyone to sound the same. They have this, you got all the runs, and you're singing like R&B style. So I just, that's my gripe. And the reason why I continue watching it is because I do like seeing the talent. It's just when those freaking judges begin talking, I can't stand it. It's not like the good old days with Star Search, where the judges just keep their mouths shut, really, or they just kind of say something quickly, but really I just remember it where they're just kind of scoring and, scoring their performance, and you pick a winner, that kind of thing. And you have Ed McMahon, just kind of giving a brief interview with the guy, with the, whoever it is, the one competing. So, yeah, shows like Star Search, that's was a great, competition show. Anyways, now let's get to this, and I want to start Necromancer. Right. I have my settings the way I like it, I think. Okay, I think that's like a paladin, a rogue, a mage. This might be a druid. This might be Okay, yeah. So I can become a necromancer later, lich, and then warlock. And it's locked. Okay, but necromancer is what I want. See, yeah, these are locked. And this one's locked, like, to the point where I can't even see it. So as an acolyte, can I summon it? Oh, I can summon. This is so great. Okay, but necromancer, what do I get? Summon. Oh, I get even more. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look at this. And I think I noticed that I have to pick female. You know, so the gender is locked to whatever class you're picking, and that's okay. You know, it's nothing new to me. You know, just like with Diablo 1 and Diablo 2. And I already have a name picked out. Then, if that's the case, it will be Shikla. Right, that is Deadpool. That's right, Marvel's Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds, right? Deadpool's wife. Not in the films, but in the comics, that's his wife, who's a vampire. And later on, I've said it before, but just briefly, when he teamed up with Blade, and I think they were going to go up against Dracula and take him down, Blade was trying to convince Deadpool that Shikla, she's going to turn on you, she's evil, and that they should both team up and destroy her. But I think what ended up happening is Shikla and Deadpool teamed up and went up against Blade, you know, something like that. Anyways, a rebellious scion who disobeyed her masters and sought out forbidden magic. The acolyte will let nothing stop her from becoming more powerful. Okay, and these are what I get. Skeleton. I wouldn't bother going through all these. And summon volatile zombie. Really? Yeah. Is there a time limit to how long these things last? You are limited to 6, or do they last indefinitely? Like, for example, I think this one, that rapidly fades from this world. Okay, so, but for this, summons a skeleton warrior or skeleton archer to guard you. You're limited to 3. Okay, that lasts forever. Trudges towards the nearest target or enemy. When it reaches an enemy or dies, it explodes, dealing... Okay, so it looks like it stays forever. This is great. Okay, so I'm going with Shikla. Standard. Will not go hardcore this time. Okay, challenges. Character found. What is it? Okay, I think this is something like... yeah, it shares across, yeah, like the stash shares across all of your characters, or you can make it so the items you find are bound to just this character. So say if I start another character and I go into my stash, that if I have it shared, then the stuff I found and put in that stash would be shared. So, you know, I can find something with her, and I come on as a paladin or whatever character I make, and that stuff will be, you know, in the stash that I found with Shikla. Or I can make it where it's just, you know, they don't see each other's stash. And that's kind of good if you want to have like more of a fresh start. This character will not be able to party with nor obtain items found by other players, but will have access to items and resources found by your other account found characters. Items are also partitioned by mode and cycle as normal. Character found. Wait. This character will not be able to party with nor obtain items found by other players. Oh, okay. Access to items and resources found by your other... Okay, so I guess I'll just keep it like that, right? And let me just make sure I'm understanding all this. Yeah, okay, standard. Wait, this character will not be able to party with or obtain items found by other players. So I can't party with anyone, so that already is a negative. But will have access to items and resources found by your other account found characters. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. I can't, like, spin her. It doesn't matter.
I am the Acolyte, I was raised in the city of Welrin amongst countless books and countless fools. My master was a kind man, but he was as useless as the others. My ambitions took me elsewhere, to the arts forbidden by the elders of the city. I was found out and exiled. They feared my power. I've learned so much in my travels since, but word has come that Welrin has been conquered.
Wow.
I would like to see this
That's
with my
badass.
own eyes.
Wow, I like that. I like that. Increasing elemental damage affects fire, cold, and lightning damage. I'll save right off so you guys know. I'm not one of those meta players or anything like that, so don't expect like to really learn anything. You know, it's never going to be any kind of tutorial. It's not going to be like really fast paced. I try to role play whenever possible. I know it's kind of hard to do it with these games, but I still try to do it. One of the best kind of ARPGs that I've played that is non-Diablo, I would have to say, is Grim Dawn. I really love that. I really felt like I had an effect on the world. It really told a story, and you know, the whole reputation system. It felt like a real RPG. You know, not a typical ARPG where it's just limited to just grinding levels and blowing through all the acts. You know, it felt like a real standard RPG, like a Skyrim or Morrowind, something like that, right? Or Might and Magic, where my actions and choices, or Baldur's Gate 3, and maybe not necessarily to those extent, but it to a limited extent, it felt like it. So I really like that about Grim Dawn. I don't know if I'll get that same experience here. Oh, look, see, this is great. So this is great. See, I can control the distance, and that's something that was really lacking in Diablo 4. It's either far or I come close like that. And really, I think the other Diablos were like that. So I can control. I really like that. Okay. Blood rip. How do I attack? Oh, is it? Okay. Left click or use a joystick on your gamepad. You can hold down left mouse button to continue running. Basic attack is that, huh? What's this? What is this? I'm gonna die already, look at that. Can I make it so that moving like this with the left mouse button can also be my attack? I wonder. Settings. Where's keep bindings? How can I do that? I really gotta use the bathroom, guys, so you might have to give me a moment. Holy shit, I don't think I can. Loot filter. Yeah. No, not interested in that yet. Okay. But let's play a little bit more. Using abilities. Cast your abilities by pressing the action button assigned to the skills located here. Okay, yeah. Just what I do.
Wither before me.
Wait. Oh, okay. That's my healing potions. You're taking damage. Use health potions to restore your health. Oh, okay. By pushing 1, right? Restore your health. Health restored is equal to slain enemies have a chance to drop potions. So how many do I have? I mean, I have 2. Okay. And oh, it's like nominal, right? 3 mana. What's really cool about this? Yeah, rips blood out of the target enemy, dealing physical damage. An orb of blood is drawn back to you, restoring 10. Yeah, so good. Great ability. Oh, hey, it's like the butcher, right, in the first Diablo. Lazarus, the bastard, set us on a I forgot exactly how it went, but the bastard led us to a trap, right? Into a trap. In the hands of a fallen messenger, you find a letter from the Keeper's Council. It is addressed to you.
Traveler, our Heoborian allies informed us that you will attend the peace talks. Rahyeh's war has reached our lands, and we are in need of aid.
This is so great. You know, a new land, a new lore to learn. Just the whole mystery of discovering things. So I'll be taking my time with this, guys. Okay, you know, I'm gonna play for about another 10 minutes or so, 10-15 more minutes before I end this episode and then continue.
As keepers, we avoid conflict. We're dedicated to the
With
goddess
another
Eterra's
episode.
memory. That is, until Rahyeh forced our hand.
Dedicated to the goddess Eterra's memory, that is, until...
He
okay.
wishes to destroy us and steal Eterra's legacy. We can't let that happen. We need Herot's help. Your help.
Yeah, I'll take the message. Oh, I for the inventory. Okay, very good. How about, is it J or L for journal? Okay, where's the... that's the thing, guys. Where... How do I pull up my journal? This is why... This is why I need to know what the key bindings are. What the hell? Okay. Okay. What? What? You can swap skills on your action bar by left clicking on... It went by so quick. I missed that. So I'll have to watch this back and pause, you know? Lost connection? Why did I lose connection? Why? Give me a moment, guys.